welcome back to Mage Quest. I'm Modpack. Last episode, we finally finished up our witchery quest line. Very exciting, we finally finished one of the classes, but now we can actually have the option to join a new house. Now we might do that, but not this episode. On this episode, we're actually going to take a look at Botania once again, and get into some upgrades for it. So let's get going. Alright, so as I mentioned, today we're going to do some more work in Botania, and I did a little bit of work on this last time. It's going pretty well with our thermal lilies here. We'll have to get more on that in a second here. They're going okay, but I'll point out some of the flaws with this in a minute here. One thing about last episode, just to follow up with that, is I talked about the infusion of the overworld that we did at the very, very end there, the last thing we did, and we got the witch's hand, which lets us like explode blocks. Why is it not working now? It's not working at all now. Oh no. There it is. Okay, good. Oh, because it's connected. It can't be touching anything else. There we go. That's the reason. It's been a little while since I played with this. But you'll notice that my mana is almost used up there. My infusion power is almost used up here. To restore that, all we need to do is take a potion of regeneration and drop it in the circle here. And it needs to be these two circles here. Oh, actually, it's already gone. Okay, so as soon as we entered it, it started recharging because I've already done it once before. So it's going to use power from this. And as long as there's power in it, it'll keep recharging. It looks like it's actually recharging at the rate that it's giving it to me. Yeah, maybe so. So it filled up our infusion again. All we needed to do there was just pour this potion of regeneration into the circle here, and then it does its thing every time we walk into it now. Now, if we want to change this to something else, obviously we'll have to get rid of this rechargeability, but it's good to have for right now. So I wanted to show one more thing that this thing can do, and in order to do that, let's go over here. There was one of the coolest things I totally neglected to mention. It has a special power you can do. If you hold down the right mouse button, you'll hear that little ding noise going on here. And I'll agree, it's a little bit annoying, but when you let go of it, it does something kind of cool. Any mobs around you should hold on to their horses here because something bad's gonna happen to them in a second. Barbara here is gonna have to feel the wrath of us right now. So it's fully charged up. Oh, it's going again here, okay. You gotta hold it down. Keep holding it down. I'm still holding the right mouse button here just to charge it up. If you get it charged up enough, it will start, it'll use up a lot of your infusion here. But it'll be worth it in the end. Okay, so this is what you can do. I'm gonna let it go now to see how it goes. So we have this, and we go like this. Bam. So the longer you hold it, the stronger it gets. As you can see, it takes a long time to power it up. It also breaks any plants around you, which is why I came over here where there's lots of plants. But you can see the world popped up in front of us. It would knock any enemies back. But you have to hold it for a very, very long time for it to actually do any real good here. Holding it down for a very short time, like this, is going to do barely anything. So I don't know what situation you'd use this in, necessarily. I think mostly I'll use it for, like, clearing out grass like that. Because that does work well for that. But not for a reliable way of... Oh, there we go. That was pretty good. Oh my god, look at that. That one worked okay. That was a little bit better. And you saw how much infusion this I got over there. Our bar is almost empty again here. So for some reason that holding it down like that didn't... Oh, you know what? Maybe I held it down too long last time was the issue. Oh my god, it takes out the whole second layer here. You see this? Good lord, it shook the entire landscape. So this is like a crazy like terraforming, terra-ruining kind of thing here. This whole area is kind of a mess now. Look at this. Alright, so that's something I'm going to be very, very careful of. I just wanted to show it off because it's cool little thing. But yeah, don't do it any place you care about the terrain because, man, that is messy. Anyways, enough about witchery. We're done with witchery for now. Let's drop off all these seeds in our witchery chest because most of them are witchery stuff here. Or a lot of them anyways. We'll hang on to the Botania stuff. I did a little bit of work between episodes here. I'll show that off in a moment here. Let's just throw these vanilla flowers in there. And we'll take the mystical purple flowers and that kind of thing with us. We'll leave this here too. I don't necessarily need that right now. So I did a little bit of work in here. I'm trying to work this into a nice Botania base. This is not super well organized, but it'll work for now. I'm trying to get the flowers down below with the petals above them. It's not the best organizational system, but you know what? It's going to get me by, I think. So let's drop off some of our flowers here. All right, so as I mentioned, what we really want to do today is work on some Botania stuff. Last time we mentioned that these thermal lilies were working pretty well for us, but they do have a new feature. I guess Vazkii built this so that it's got a cooldown on it now, which it didn't have before. And so you'll see them smoking most of the time here. But when they do start working, they actually produce a ton of mana for you. The problem is our mana spreaders are not able to keep up with the amount of mana they're drawing. So these little thermal lilies will fill up, and then the mana spreaders will fill up, and they're just getting wasted mana because these are not producing everything they can. So if we want to make this super efficient, and we do because we're actually going to add on a couple more thermal lilies to this momentarily. We'll add on another 6 onto this still. We want to have these as the best they can possibly be. So what we're going to do for that is actually upgrade them with some lenses. So here you go. So that's one. It's filling up slowly now. As you can see, once it gets to a certain point, see now it's capped, and now the thermal lily it's producing from, which is this one here, is also capped. Just about, yeah. So it's not producing everything it could, because this is not able to accept anymore for the moment. So it's not getting everything it could possibly get out of it. So it's not the most efficient way of doing it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna making some upgrades. We're gonna do that with lenses. Now lenses are something we've made a little bit before. We made the boar lens before in many moons ago, actually many episodes ago. For the mana lens, all you need is the mana steel and the glass pane. And the first one we're gonna make is the potency upgrade, which requires the fire rune plus the mana lens. So well, first of all, what we're gonna do is make a bunch of these mana lenses. So let's just drop in a bunch of this, make some panes, and we'll go 32. That should be plenty, actually. If I make 32 lenses, that'd be great. We have this. We can make 16 out of this. 16 is a good number. I think that'll work for us. So we got 16. Oh, they don't stack. Oh gosh. All right, made a mess there. Let's drop this glass off in here. Okay, we'll be fine. Do I have the runes over here? I do. Okay, so I made a bunch of runes between episodes here as well. Here we go. So we got runes of fire. We'll make 8 of those. Actually, we'll do 8. Then we'll put these together. All we need to do is put those with this, and we can make them one at a time like so. So there's no quick way of crafting these because they don't stack here apparently, and we still can't stack them. That's all right. We'll that's 6 right now. That's all we need to start with here. Let's save some of these runes here. We're not gonna use them all up. We'll do what we need. 6 is what we need, I think, because we have. Oh, we only need 3 actually, because we only have 3 mana spreaders I want to put this on for right now anyways. We will have bigger plans for this later, I'm sure, so we're not going to let those go to waste, but we'll throw 3 of these in here. Now, the other thing we can do with these, the potency upgrades are great. They will basically allow more mana to be thrown as single burst, but that also makes them take longer, and I think the beam moves slower. So what we're also going to do is grab some runes of the air, and we'll grab some of those, and do the same thing, and make some velocity upgrades. And these will cause the beam to move faster, and also that I believe they accept mana faster this way too. Let's do another velocity here too, why not? All right, so let's put these in here for now, for safekeeping, for a rainy day. The last thing we want to do, we can only put 1 lens on a thing at a time here, but we can also use the slime balls. And the slime balls will let us combine 2 lenses together into a single lens. So we got velocity potency lens now. And we can actually combine 2 velocity, I think, together if we wanted to. But we can only combine 2 lenses. We can't combine more than 2 lenses, I think. Yeah, if we do compound lenses, we can't combine them again. So, good to know, good to know. We can do only 2 at a time. So we got this and this. So the velocity potency upgrade should be enough to make sure these don't cap out when they're filled here. So let's pop this on here. And let's see if it's going any faster already. Actually, this was probably on the tapering off side of it right now. And how is this one doing? Let's get this one, because this one's probably already filled up here, right? Oh, that's perfect. This will be a perfect test here then. Let's see now. Let's see if it's going better. Oh yeah, now it's able to keep up, no problem. Yep, it's still filling, so there is still some that are producing. This will fill up everything much faster, and we won't waste any more mana. We still want to add on more thermal lilies here and more systems for creating mana, but this will definitely help us get the most out of what we're making here. And these 3 pools here are already filled here, actually, so we can start making some more terra steel with that, or use it for even better things here. Now this one's going, and let's see if it's gonna keep up. Yep, it's keeping up. Sure enough. And that'll make it so these things will not cap out then, wherever it's producing from. Which one's producing right now? This one right here. So this thermal lily here is not gonna cap out, it looks like. It's not even filling up. Yeah, so that's how fast it's working now. It's working quite quickly, which is great. This is exactly what we want it to happen. We're going to have to revamp some of this process here, but yeah, I think this will be a good start here. This is a good way. This will be producing a lot of mana for us. We're gonna need a lot of mana for the future here, though. My Terra Shatter is still only at B rank. I can throw another mana pool into it. Throw this one here into it. give it another couple levels here, and refix all of the mana it's been using up. But yeah, we'd love to get that up to A and S and SS eventually here. It's going to take a lot of mana to get there, and as you can see, it drains them up pretty quickly. But that's okay. It's going to refill faster than ever now that we have these lenses on here. So that's one thing we want to do. The next thing we want to do is actually some more Botania upgrades. So I'm going to take a minute and prep a couple things for the next round of things here for Botania, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I did a little bit of work here. I got a little bit of wider, more room in here for our next project is going to be. Our next project is going to be enchanting with mana. Now, this will be a structure we have to make, a multi-block structure basically, involving 17 obsidian blocks, some flowers, some mana pylons, which we get to make for the first time now, and then we have to lay them out in a certain pattern here. So let's, I got the obsidian. Let's start laying this thing out here. I wanted to put it underneath the ground here, but I wanted to have a more open feel. So yeah, I'm just kind of building this thing as I'm thinking of it, and we'll see how it turns out in the end. I don't know if it's going to be any good. We'll find out here. So what we're going to do is lay in the pattern for obsidian like this. And I believe we leave the center block open. Yes. We put a lapis block in the middle here, which I don't think I grabbed. And let's use this here, because I'm not punching with my hands like a savage. There we go. So we got the first step done here. The next step will be to make some mana pylons, I think, and then just find the right position for them. So let's take a look and see. We have more mana steel in here. Yes, we do. And we'll need, oh, we need something else too, don't we, for mana pylons? We need gold. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you know what, actually, between episodes here, I did a lot of mining with my new Terra Shatterer, and I managed to get a ton of gold. I used our Thaumcraft processes, and we have 10 blocks of gold now, so we're good in that regard. So we need 12 to make 6 pylons, okay? And we also need some lapis. Hopefully I have enough. Oh, yeah, plenty. All right, we'll bring that over here too. So the nice thing about enchanting with mana is that it doesn't actually, basically it uses books, and it doesn't actually consume the books when it does this, which is kind of cool. So we can do a lot of different enchantments, we can use the same books over and over, and yeah, it's kind of a cool idea. That should have done the trick. Oh, we need to turn these into mana diamonds. Can we throw them here? Yes, we can. Do that. All right, now we should have the pylons we need, and we'll lay them out in the correct position. So that's our 6, and then we have to find where they'll go. I think it's 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Yes, and it's a block up. It's floating in the air. So we need to go like this. I think it goes there. If I'm reading the diagram correctly, and I hope I am. 1, 2, 3. We'll find out. If it doesn't work, then we did it wrong. We'll have to rethink everything here. And then, it goes off of the corner here. It's like 1, 2, and then right here, I think? I think it's like right here. I might be wrong. Let's take a look at the book here quick. Okay, so we got this obsidian structure. Next is, yeah, they're basically 2 up and then 1 over. Yep, I got it right then. Okay, so 2 blocks up, 1 over. That's not quite right. Let's take a little look here. So it's 1, 2, 3. Yep, I was right about that. And then it's 1, 2, 3 blocks up, 1 block over. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3 blocks up, 1 block over. So I was off on that. It's right here. All right, so let's kick this one back here. And let's see. This does the trick. So it's 1, 2, 3, then 1 block over. 1, 2, 3, 1 block over. Okay, and then we do the same thing on the other side here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1 block over. Oop, creeper. Don't want that to happen. Going to get out of dodge here, and then get a bow to deal with him safely and humanely. So we obviously don't have enough light down there if this is happening. Make sure we gotta light this thing up here and make sure we're not have any blind spots where they can come from. He might have came from up there actually, now I'm thinking about it. Okay, so Now we got that side done. We got this side almost done here. All right, so now if we put a lapis lazuli block in the middle here, it should turn into the enchanting thing here. Let's go, bam. Then, nope, we did something wrong. Nope, didn't do it right. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the drawing board here and see. Oh, maybe that'll do it. Maybe that's the reason. Nope, no such luck. Shift right click. Nope, that's not doing it either. Okay, so let's figure out what we did wrong here. Unless we need to be able to see the sun? It doesn't say anything about that. Let's take a look here quick and see if we can figure out what we did wrong. Ah, we gotta put flowers around the pylons. That's right. Put flowers under the pylons and in the center. Okay, so we need to actually put grass underneath this, which is fine. We can do that. That's why I put the grass down here in the first place. So we'd be able to do this. So now we can place these flowers on and around the area here. And this should do the trick. And it says underneath each of the pylons. Now, when we click this, it should activate. Nope, no such luck. Now what did we do wrong? Ah, I saw what I did wrong here. It's not in the ground. It's, this is obsidian, and the lapis block sits on top of the obsidian. That's what we did wrong here, I think. So put this here, and then... Oh, we got it. Oh, yeah. Awesome. So, now we can enchant things using mana. We'll need another mana spark, probably, in order to pair a pool with this. But basically what we can do is throw in any item that's not enchanted yet, and then throw in the books we want to enchant it with. And I think we can do up to 4 books, what it says here. Alright, so now that we have this whole thing set up here, let's try our first enchantment with it. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're ready to try our first enchantment with this. I got the mana spark set up here, so we're ready to go with that. And this should work here, hopefully. Hopefully, I haven't done this before. So let's say we want to enchant this little bow right here. We want to give it Unbreaking, Repower 4, and Repair 2. So those are pretty good enchantments. It doesn't have Infinity, which would be amazing. That would make it the perfect bow pretty much. If we got one more level of power on there, it would be even better. But we want to give it these 3 things here. What we want to do, first of all, is in order to enchant something with the mana enchanting, is you have to get rid of all the enchantments on it. So we're going to do that with a spellbound cloth. Or a cloth of spellbinding cloth, that's what it's called. And if we put that with this in there, it will remove the enchantments from it. Very cool. So that gets rid of the enchantments on it, and then we can also now throw it in the middle here. So let's click this, and that'll put it into the area here, and then we'll surround it with the books we want to enchant with. So now we do it this, I don't think it matters where we put them, and this. And then we'll click with the Wand of the Forest, and let it go. Now it's doing its thing. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Holy cow. I had no idea. That is amazing. Oh, the flowers you put under it make a difference. It's got little aspects. Oh my god, it's so cool. I think it might have done its thing. Oh, yeah. It totally worked. So it looks like it might be done. And how much mana did that take? Quite a bit from our pool here. Is that it? We got our books back, which is great. So now we can basically, instead of worrying about leveling up our tools, we just got to worry about leveling our books. So all of my levels I collect from now on are going into making books from now on. Just like in my Strangelands, I can worry about making more books for my bookstore here. But like, yeah, I'm gonna put these, all the books, all my levels are gonna go to books now, so I can make sure we get high level enchantments for everything. And yeah, we got our first bow here. Unbreaking, Power 4, and the repair did not work on it, unfortunately. So that we know now for the future not to use it repair on certain things that can't have repair. But I think maybe Unbreaking and repair might cancel each other out, I'm thinking. So that's something to consider for the future here. But we got Power 4 and Unbreaking 3 on a bow, which is not a bad thing to have. We'll get that improved in the future by doing more and more high-level books. So that'll be pretty cool. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Mage Quest. We did some more work in Botania. Oh, you know what? Before we sign off here, there's one more thing I want to do. Let's go turn those reputation tokens in here and we'll see what they can actually do for us. So we'll grab these out, and we'll go into our quest book here, and see what we can actually do with these things. So, if we go into the initiation quest line, we can go into Lexamani Reputation, and we can manual submit some reputation for this. We get +2 reputation. Let's see how that did for us now. Now we're at 2 reputation for this, so we need to actually get quite a bit here. It looks like 10 is the goal here. So we don't have quite enough. We can go manual submit and claim some more here for another, and we're losing credit with House El Blanca for some reason. But we'll get our reputation up here just a little bit. So we're at 4 now. So we have 3 of these things, I think, is the last one we have here. Oh, did we use them all up? We only had 2. Oh, and Mob Hunter's at reputation. So I don't know what we can do with Mob Hunter's reputation. We don't have enough reputation to enter a second house, and we have the Specialist application, which I don't know if is implemented yet, to join another house that way. We might have to continue down the Mage Quest line here, and looks like we're almost done with this one. We're pretty close to getting this now. Blazes, Witches, Zombie Pigmen, and Wolves. Okay, that's pretty close. And maybe we get another reward for another quest line here. If we can get enough reputation in one single house, then we can join it. So I think that's how we can do it. We can go the Hedgemaids quest line and finish up this soon. There's a lot of things we need to do in this, and we can get reward bags for any of these. No, it doesn't look like it. So that's not the way to do it exactly, but we can get this one for reward bag. So possibly for this one, we need to do those 2 things here, which is going to take a lot of resources. Actually, these runes are very expensive to make. And then as far as plants go, mostly apples is the expensive thing about that, but strangely that is an expensive thing to get right now. And then we can also do the Hedgemaids Arsenal quest line, which looks like a lot of fun actually. So maybe we'll do this next time too. Lots of stuff on the horizon for Mage Quest, plenty of things on store. I got a lot of plans for more Botania stuff here in this future here. I'm gonna keep building up my fort here for Botania. And yeah, it should be pretty cool. We'll do a little bit more witchery in the future as well, and more Thaumcraft as well, and we gotta do blood magic still. Too many things to do. Anyways, I've been Modi, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back next time for more. Have a good night.